finally, we'll examine cosine with secant. By the way, this is called secant because it's cutting. This line is cutting the x-axis, so therefore it's secant. This tangent line is touching the circle, so that's why it's called tangent. Okay, let's see what's happening here. So we are going to pay attention to this blue, which is cosine, and thin blue, which is secant. Now, should I show you what the relationship is? The secant is defined as 1 over cosine. So if you do, should I say secant first? Secant, I will say cosine first. Cosine times secant is stubbornly 1, no matter what. So let's see if they are. So the obvious case would be here, the case, right? Oh, cosine is 1, secant is 1, so 1 times 1 is 1. Great. What if cosine shrinks as I'm doing here? See, blue line is shrinking as I'm moving here. As it's shrinking, you see this thin one is stretching. By the time this cosine is about halfway here, sure enough, secant looks like 2. If I become 1/3 of the whole thing, yeah, sure enough, it goes. Let me show you even more clearly. Okay, so now you can see it happening here. So you say, okay, so I see that I have no choice but the making it, when I shrink, when this guy shrinks, this will stretch. When this guy shrinks, this will stretch, and they will multiply to 1. The only hope I have of ruining these guys is by messing up their signs. Can I make one of them positive and the other one negative? That way, they would not get 1 when you multiply them. So let's see, we can carefully make this guy go negative by going around here. But soon as that guy turns negative, so did the secant. Let me show you. Right there. Surely it's negative. Okay, so what if I pass through here? So what? You know, it passed through and they multiply to 1. This guy's longer, this guy's shorter. When you multiply is 1. Now, here's the moment of truth again. I'm about to turn this cosine into positive. Can I keep this secant negative when I do this? Soon as I turn positive, you can see this line is hitting over there. So secant becomes positive again. So you have no choice. That's why it's an identity, not an equation. That is, cosine times secant is always 1.